have a question. And this is like, for the group. Does anybody put out any newsletters to their clients on business brokerage? Like, do you guys do a mailer, monthly, weekly, annually, or a newsletter of some kind?
I don't have the database yet, but once I do, then yeah.
Say again.
I said I'm still building up my database. The commercial's been busy, but once I get it on track, then yeah, I'd love to send them regular just to stay in touch.
Yeah, I like that idea, just to have something. And then to add to that, Tanya or anyone else on this call is aware of any agencies that so I'm in California, so I'm more focused on California, like legislative issues. But is anybody aware of any legislation that's coming up that's going to impact small business? Or if anyone knows of like, grants that we could discuss with business owners that are out there in California?
I'm not familiar with California, but just to your previous question about monthly newsletters, I send out a monthly newsletter, and then on top of that, at least once a week, I send out something to them in relation to whatever is in the newsletter. And it's really just to make sure that I stay top of mind, as in any advertising, you want to make sure that when they think of whatever it is you do, that you're the first person that they think of. So that constant contact is what helps with that.
So so you actually do send out, but so the business, the newsletter is business brokerage oriented, or is it just, real estate in general, or what's the content?
Yeah, it's business brokerage oriented for the most part, but sometimes throwing in a little additional information because I also do business coaching. So sometimes people come to me prior to wanting to sell their business to increase their revenue. So mixing in other pieces to help beef it up a little bit. And like I said, really it's just making sure that I come up in their mind when they think about, oh, I want to sell, or, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I was just thinking of like coming up with sort of like an email blast or a newsletter just discussing some hot button issues that are upcoming that, business owners should be aware of, or if there's any grants out there to grab or let them know.
Yeah.
Kind of like
I think that would be awesome. And then you can also talk about things that business owners don't know, like, what are some things that you can set yourself up for success if you're thinking about selling your business. That could be 3 or 4 different newsletters right there. Break it apart, not putting too much information in one gives you the option to connect with them more frequently because you're just giving them pieces of the information.
That's a great idea. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jamie, I'd love to look at some of these newsletters that you have going out just to get kind of an example, if you wouldn't mind. Would
Yeah,
that be
actually,
possible?
I post a lot on LinkedIn also. I was going to mention this too, but I do a weekly LinkedIn newsletter as well. And just really trying to get people to subscribe to that. And then from there, they usually will go over to my website and subscribe. And so I do a monthly blog on there, and then all the information is the same. I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys. I repurpose information. So I can take one newsletter and I can break it apart into 4 different ways of content. So whether that be Faceless YouTube, LinkedIn newsletter, blogs, email, all of that stuff. It's the exact same information, just repurposed over and over and over again.
Do you get that from IBBA, or where's your source of that information?
Different sources. I mean, just all over. You mean as far as like, what do I put out for my consumer?
Yeah, the content. Where is the content coming from? Or are you writing?
No, most of the time, so I'll write whatever it is that I want to talk about this week. But what I did, like at the top of the year, I came up with a list of topics. Like these are the things that people have asked me questions about throughout the process of working with individuals. And then basically I let their questions dictate what it is that I'm going to write about. I just expand on it with my knowledge and expertise. But again, not so much that they can just read one article and then go somewhere else. I want them to come to me. So that's kind of how I do it.
Hi, Nancy. Answer to your question. What is the content? You can subscribe to the Deal Studio. They charge $100 monthly. and they provide you the newsletter content that you can use to send out for your client. Right?
What's it called again? Contain,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, they charge you $100 monthly, and they provide you all the content you send out for your newsletter.
That was Deal Studio.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
ChatGPT does a great job
Yep.
at providing
Yeah,
content.
that's
And it doesn't cost you $100 a month,
Yeah,
right?
that's
And
true.
yeah, it
It
That's
don't
costs
cost
you
you
20 or
$100 a month.
30.
Tanya, real quick, have you had the ability to do a drip campaign in Pipedrive?
I have not set it up in Pipedrive. I have done, well, yeah, actually I did set one up in Pipedrive. I just didn't launch it. But I use something called Agent CRM, which is high level. So Agent CRM is like Agent Hub was. And I tried really, really hard to get off of Agent Hub, but there was so many things that I had built on it, and it makes certain things so much easier to do that I ended up just changing over to Agent CRM instead, which is really designed for insurance agents, but there's enough there. And it's, you know, like I said, it's built on high level. So great system, so easy to automate things, and it's just a really great it's a really great marketing system. It is not a CRM. I mean, it calls itself a CRM. Be careful in using it as a CRM. It does not have the ability to print emails. It does not have the ability to forward emails. If you're ever served with a subpoena because of a deal that went south, good luck to you if all of your emails are in Agent CRM. If that's the only place you have them,
you can
good
only
luck.
send out like 5,000 emails a month.
Well, if you want to send more than that, and I never have, but you can use it used to be called,
Send in
I don't
blue.
know, but now it's called Brevo. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It was send
Send in blue.
blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
They renamed themselves to Brevo, and you know, it's $25 a month and unlimited contacts. They don't charge you per contact, and that $25 a month will get you 20,000 emails sent every month, up to 20,000. So that's, you know, I used that for a while. Now I'm taking everything I had in Brevo and I'm converting it all back to Agent CRM. So it's like I keep changing, but yeah, Pipedrive and Agent CRM are kind of my two systems, primary systems now that I use.
I have a